It's the go-to for the how-to. You know that you want to get beautiful. Prims.com.au. Yeah.
Hi there Primpers, and welcome to my Friday video, The Week in Beauty. I hope you've all had a great week. Here at Primped, we've been celebrating everything to do with Australia as we are celebrating Australia Day tomorrow. So we've been focusing in on beauty icons, up-and-coming beauty stars, and also our top 10 models. But as well as that, we've been concentrating on our favourite Australian brands and products as well. So to kick off, my beauty highlight number one would actually have to be this morning, because I spent the morning with Renuzaitis from the Valon Salon, and she's Cloud9's ambassador. And what I wanted to do was find out a little bit more about the new Cloud9 Micro Wand, which is actually on sale now, and ways that you can use it. Now, I'll give you another quick view of it. As you can see, it's a conical wand, but basically what I wanted to see was how, different styles that you can create with it. So everything from, a sexy, more relaxed beach kind of style to something a little bit more polished and glamorous, like the curls that I have now. And so Renia and I did a step-by-step, so you can check that out over in the how-to section. And unfortunately, obviously, we won't have Renia with us at all times to try this kind of style. But once I actually gave it a go myself, and she showed me which ways to direct the wand, it actually was really quite easy to create. And it's also a really good way to update your style, when it's second day hair and you're not wanting to give another wash and start freshly styling it again. So it's a really good way to update your look as well. So check that out over in our hair how-to section. Next up, as I mentioned, Aussie Beauty Week would have to be one of my highlights. Now, as I mentioned, Kat and I and our contributors, covered off on everything Australian this week. But one thing I didn't get to mention was my favourite Australian beauty product. Now, I kind of had to rack my brains thinking about it, and then looked in my handbag and of course found what it was. And it would be Lanolin 101 ointment. Now, I know a lot of you have heard of this or tried it before, but it's one of those beauty buys that I can't ever get enough of because it's so multi-purpose and it does so many different jobs really, really well. And it's great for healing dry and cracked lips, but it's also good for dry cuticles and dry skin. So really, it's a winner all round. It's $17.95 and you can get it in Priceline and some pharmacies. And definitely give it a try if you haven't. It's well worth it. Now, as for my beauty highlight number 3, next week actually brings about a range of amazing new colour collections. So we'll be bringing you all the latest info on those, so make sure you stay tuned for that. However, I'm zeroing in on the new Dior Spring Summer collection today and the new ranges of nail polishes. Now, there's actually 3 coloured nail polishes. Here they are. Now, there's Tutu, which is kind of like a pale, beautiful pink, and it's like a ballerina pink. It's really soft and pretty. And then there's this really kind of soft grey taupe shade, which we saw a lot of on the red carpet earlier this year at the Golden Globes. That's a really beautiful one as well. And then there's Rosy Beau, which is the one that I'm wearing. And as you can see, it's kind of like a mid-creamy pink. And it's not too fairy floss or too candy pink. It's just really pretty and feminine. So I think that has to be my favourite shade. But there's also a Nail Glow. And this comes as part of the collection, which is limited edition. And basically what it's designed to do is give your natural nail a really kind of, fresh, strong and healthy look, and basically make your nails glow, which is a really good idea as well. And when I tried it, it actually kind of made my nails look thicker and, stronger and healthier. So it's definitely a nice one to have, especially if you're someone who doesn't really like to wear colour as well. But these 4 nail polishes are available from the 28th, and they are $39 each from department stores. Now, as for my beauty highlight number 4, we spoke a little bit about Haute Couture Fashion Week this week and kind of covered off on the main shows and the beauty looks that were there. Now, I guess the thing about this particular fashion week is that a lot of the looks aren't exactly transferable to real life. They're obviously a little bit more creative and a little bit more out there than some of the regular fashion week looks. However, I feel like there's something that we can take from each show, and focusing in on the Chanel show, the creative director of makeup, Peter Phillips, actually used one of the new blushes from the Spring Summer collection for Chanel, which comes out next week. Now, you might have seen me speak about it. It's kind of like a really pretty orangey peach apricot kind of colour. Here it is in the palette. So it looks quite heavily pigmented, as you can see, but when it's actually swirled on, you can kind of build it up for a kind of sheer finish, or if you wanted to get a fuller, kind of stronger wash of colour, it works really well for that as well. But what we loved about it is how it was applied a little bit higher on the cheek, which in turn then kind of detracts from any kind of heavy dark circles, and just works to open up the eye area a bit. So I'm wearing it now. And we spoke a little bit about peach makeup earlier in the week as well, which was a bit of a coincidence. And just the way that it works so beautifully on all skin tones, and just kind of really warms up the complexion, and really beautiful for summer as well. So this will be out next week, but we'll be bringing you a full review. So check that out when it comes out too. Now, my beauty highlight number 5 would have to be a celebrity beauty look, and since I'm feeling a bit patriotic, I'm going to give it to Michelle Obama and her new set of bangs. Now, you've got to be pretty amazing to be able to debut a new hairstyle, and quite a statement-making hairstyle, in the middle of such a significant American event. But I think everyone was in agreement in saying that she looked pretty amazing, and for the fact that Barack actually mentioned it in his speech, it's got to be, you know, he's happy, she's happy, and we loved it. So it was definitely a way to kind of update her look, you know, and she celebrated her birthday as well. So it was a nice change, and we definitely are all thumbs up. We think she looks beautiful and quite regal as well. Anyway, Primpers, that's it from me. I hope you all had a wonderful week here on Primped, and I look forward to seeing you next week after a long weekend. So everyone keep safe, and we'll see you then. Bye.